So today I'm going to give you 3 reasons you should consider retiring a little bit early. I know the world's telling you, the financial advisors, the pundits on the television or radio or on the old interweb, that you should work longer or maybe wait till the market to come back. But today I'm going to try to convince you that there are 3 very good reasons while maybe considering an early retirement might be in your best interest. So let's dive right in, right? I'm going to talk about the smiles. These things come down to smiles and frowns today. That's what I'm going to talk about. And the big first reason that I'm going to say people should consider retiring a little early is how they spend their money. I think a lot of people say, you know what? I got to keep working my whole life because I'm going to spend the same amount of money for the next 30 years. But at the end of the day, your spending goes from the go-go years when you get started to the no-go years at the end of your retirement. And if you can see this, it looks like a smiley face, right? I promise smiles today. Here's the first smile of the day where I start thinking to myself, oh my gosh, as I get older, he's right. When I started to retire, I bought a new toy, I bought a new car, I went on vacation, I planned all these things. But as retirement goes on, we start to slow down a little bit and we start to spend a little less. When it comes back up, the reason it comes up is for health stuff, right? We get a little older, we need that new hip. Maybe there's some help around the house. There's all types of things that can lead to these additional healthcare costs at the end. But I do think it's important that our spending is not linear. So that's the first thing you should consider when you're about to retire. Can I retire a bit earlier? Because I know that my spending isn't going to be so flatlined. What about the second reason? The second reason is about enjoyment. At the end of the day, isn't the most important part of your retirement is that you enjoy it? That you have fun with your family and friends? That you actually get the reward of 30 years of work, but yet there's no graphs about that. So guess what? We delivered. We went out and found an enjoyment index that Morningstar finally put together to show people how they should think about their retirement. And what this shows us, folks, is that clearly in your 60s, your enjoyment index for the actions you do is the very highest. And here's the big question I want to ask you. How many people have you said, I'm going to work one more year just in case? Just in case I need that extra money. But what does that extra year really cost you in retirement? Have you ever thought about that? What is that extra year of max enjoyment if you're going to trade it for a 92 or 93 year at the end? That's how you should be thinking about your retirement. And another second great reason on why you may want to consider retiring a little bit early. Let's talk about the frowns. What do you possibly have to frown about, Greg? It's wonderful outside. The sun is shining. Well, I'm going to talk about Uncle Sam. There you go. There's that frown I was looking for. When it comes to the frowns out there, what I want people to think about is taxation. And currently, we have a very favorable, a once-in-a-lifetime tax break. And people don't appreciate this because it's been going on since 2018, and it sunsets in 2026. But the tax code that was updated during the Trump administration is one of the most favorable tax breaks of all time. Taxes are on sale. And in 2026, we're going to revert back to those old taxes. And the reason this is so significant and so important for retirees, and the third reason you should retire or consider retiring a little bit early, is that tax rates are going up. And if you look at this, from where they are now to in 2026, the 10% bracket stayed the same, but 12's bumped to 15, 22 to 25, 24 to 28, 32 to 33, 35 stays the same, 37 to 39.6. And I know you're saying, holy moly, that's like so much numbers. I don't even know what that means. I'm going to help. Why is this significant for you and your family? And why should you consider retiring a little bit early? Well, if you think about it, the average family, let's say they have about $50,000 in Social Security, $20,000 they take out of their RMDs every year, $27,000 a pension, and then we got some, other income, rental or dividends or interest that come in around $15,500. When we put that all together, we're looking at about $8,000 of taxes paid a year. But in 2026, that's going to jump to $10,393. That is a real jump. That is almost 27%. And the reason that's so important is it could get worse. And I think the opportunity is why I think people should consider retiring right now, because at the end of the day, if you have a plan for your IRA, which is your largest tax liability on your balance sheet if you're a retiree, all that taxable money you put away over 30 years, we have to have a plan to get it out. And if we don't utilize that plan during this time period right here, the current time period when taxes are on sale, you lose the opportunity. That opportunity could be lost forever. And we're talking about $1 million IRA, a $500,000 IRA. These type of savings aren't tens of thousands of dollars. They're hundreds of thousands of dollars of tax savings. So do us a favor. If you don't have a tax plan, reach out, give us a call. We're willing to help. And at the end of the day, folks, these are 3 reasons you should consider retiring early. Greg's not saying put in your resignation tomorrow. You obviously have to have a plan and go through the process. But I know out there a lot of people are telling you to work 1 more year or put a little bit more money away. I want to convince you that there may be 3 reasons that you should retire now to get more smiles out of retirement, and of course turning those frowns upside down. If you liked this video, please give us obviously subscribe and like. And if you have any more questions, shoot them our way to Expedition Retirement. Thank you.